Hi, Arya. I wanted to talk about the phrasal verb average out. Do you know what it means?
No, can you explain it?
Sure. Average out means to calculate the average of a set of numbers or things. Imagine you take different values and find what their central or typical value is.
So, if I have test scores of 80, 85, and 90, averaging out would mean finding the average score.
Exactly. You add them together, which is 255, then divide by 3 because there are 3 scores. That gives you 85.
Got it. So it's just about finding the middle of different numbers?
Yes, but it can also mean balancing over time. Like if one day is cold and another is hot, the temperatures might average out to be comfortable overall.
Interesting. So average out can be used for things other than numbers?
Right. It's a way to describe how things even out or balance out in general life situations.
Hi, Sarah. Today we're going to discuss a common phrasal verb, barge in. Have you heard of it before?
I think I've heard it, but I'm not sure what it means. Could you explain it to me?
Of course. Barge in means to enter a room or conversation abruptly or rudely, often without permission.
Oh, like when someone suddenly enters a room without knocking?
Exactly. Imagine you're in a meeting and someone just walks in without knocking or being invited. That's barging in.
I see. So it's not just entering physically, but also interrupting a conversation?
Yes, that's correct. It can also mean interrupting a discussion without notice or invitation.
Can you give me an example sentence using barge in?
Sure. During our meeting, Jake barged in and interrupted our discussion about the project.
That makes sense. So it's important to be polite and not barge in. Thanks for explaining, Mr. Davis.
You're welcome, Sarah. Always happy to help.
Hi, Arya. I wanted to help you understand the phrasal verb attend to. Have you heard it before?
Not really, George. What does it mean?
Attend to means to take care of something or someone. For example, if you attend to a task, you're handling or dealing with it.
Oh, I see. So if my mom says she needs to attend to her plants, she's taking care of them?
Exactly, Arya. She's probably watering them or making sure they're healthy.
What about people? Can you attend to a person?
Absolutely. If someone is upset, you might attend to them by listening and providing comfort.
That makes sense. It seems similar to paying attention or caring.
You're right. It involves focusing on the needs of something or someone.
Hi, Sarah. Today let's talk about a fun phrasal verb, butter up. Do you know what it means?
I'm not sure. It sounds like cooking, maybe putting butter on something?
Good guess. But in this case, butter up means something different. It's when you try to make someone like you by being extra nice to them.
Oh, like giving compliments to get on their good side?
Exactly. For example, if you want your teacher to be in a good mood before an assignment is due, you might butter them up by saying how great their class is.
So it's like being extra polite or flattering someone?
Yes, but it's usually because you want something in return. It's like when you compliment your parents before asking for a favor, like extended playtime.
Got it. So butter up is about trying to get something by being extra nice. That's clever.
That's it, Sarah. You've got the hang of it.
Hey, Arya, do you know what attach to means?
I think so, but can you explain it a bit more?
Sure. Attach to is a phrasal verb that means to connect or join something to another thing. It's like when you clip a paper to a folder.
Oh, I see. So like attaching a photo to an email.
Exactly. When you attach a photo to an email, you're connecting the photo file with your email message so it gets sent together.
So is attached to only used for physical things?
Not just physical things. It can be ideas, too. Like when you feel emotionally attached to a friend, it means you feel a strong connection with them.
Ah, that makes sense. So it's about connections, whether it's objects or feelings.
Yes, you've got it. It's all about some form of connection or joining.
Thanks, George. That was really clear and easy to understand.
Hi, Sarah. Do you know what buckle down means?
I've heard it before, but I'm not sure what it really means.
That's okay. Buckle down means to start working hard and focus on a task without any distractions.
Oh, so like when I really need to study for a test?
Exactly. Imagine if you have an important exam coming up. You need to put away your phone, turn off the TV, and concentrate on your books. That's buckling down.
When else would someone need to buckle down?
Anytime there's a job or project that requires serious effort and commitment, like a big work deadline or learning a new skill.
Is it the same as working hard?
Yes, but it usually means starting to work hard after maybe putting it off. It's taking action seriously.
Got it. So when I have a big assignment, I should just buckle down and get it done.
Exactly, Sarah. Buckling down helps you achieve your goals.
Hey Arya, do you know what the phrasal verb arrive at means?
I think so, George. Is it about reaching a place?
You're on the right track. Arrive at is used when you reach a specific place. For example, I arrived at the train station.
Oh, so it's like saying, I got to the station, right?
Exactly. But arrive at isn't just for places. You can also use it for reaching decisions or conclusions.
How does that work?
If you think really hard about something and finally decide, you can say, we arrived at a decision.
So it's like figuring something out?
Yes, that's a good way to put it. You arrive at an answer after considering everything.
Got it. Arrive at is about reaching places or decisions. Thanks, George.
Hi, Sarah. Today let's talk about the phrasal verb brush off. Do you know what it means?
I think I've heard it before, but I'm not sure what it exactly means. Is it something like cleaning?
Good guess. Literally, brush off can mean removing something with a brush or your hand, like brushing off dust from a surface, but it also has a figurative meaning.
What's the figurative meaning?
Figuratively, brush off means to dismiss someone or something as unimportant. For example, if someone tries to give advice that you don't find useful, you might brush off their suggestions.
Ah, so it's like ignoring someone?
Exactly. It's a way to describe ignoring or not taking something seriously. You might brush off a compliment if it makes you uncomfortable, or brush off criticism you think is unjust.
Got it. So it's kind of like shrugging something off.
Yes, exactly. It's a useful phrasal verb for describing interactions. Great connection, Sarah.
Do you know what the phrasal verb apply to means?
Not exactly, George. Can you explain it to me?
Sure, apply to means to send in a request or form, usually for something like a job or school.
Oh, so like when I fill out a form to join a club or go to college?
Yes, exactly. When you apply to a college, you're asking to be a student there.
I see. So apply to is used for sending requests. Can it be used in other ways?
Good question. It can also mean something is relevant or affects a certain situation. Like if a rule applies to you, it means you must follow it.
So if a rule applies to everyone, we all must follow it?
Exactly, Arya. It's a useful way to talk about things you're responsible for or part of.
Got it. Apply to can mean sending a request or something's relevant. Thanks, George.
Hi, Sarah. Today we're going to explore the phrasal verb bear with. Do you know what it means?
I've heard it before, but I'm not exactly sure what it means. Is it related to animals?
That's a common mix-up, but it's separate from animals. Bear with means to be patient or to tolerate a delay or difficulty.
So it's like asking someone to be patient?
Exactly. For example, if you're in a meeting and your computer is slow, you might say, "Please bear with me while I load the file."
Oh, I see. It's a polite way to ask for patience during a situation you can't control.
Precisely. It's often used to acknowledge that the situation might be inconvenient, but you're working on resolving it.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. Now I understand how to use bear with.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing and it'll become second nature.
Hi, Arya. Today I'm going to explain the phrasal verb appeal to in a simple way. Do you know what it means?
Not really, George. Can you help me understand it?
Sure, appeal to means to attract or interest someone. For example, If a movie appeals to you, it means you find it interesting or exciting.
Oh, I get it. So if someone says a book appeals to them, they like it, right?
Exactly. Here's another example. If an advertisement appeals to children, it means kids find it fun and want the product.
That makes sense. So appeal to is about what people like or find interesting.
Yes, that's right. It can also be used when someone tries to convince or persuade someone, like when a charity appeals to people for donations.
Thanks, George. That helps a lot. Now I can use appeal to in my sentences.
Hi, Sarah. Today, let's discuss the phrasal verb back off. Have you heard it before?
I think I've heard it in movies, but I'm not exactly sure what it means. Can you explain?
Absolutely. Back off means to move away from a person or situation either physically or emotionally. Can you think of a situation where someone might use it?
Maybe when two people are arguing and one feels the other is too close, they might say back off to create some space.
Exactly. It's often used to ask someone to give more personal space or to stop being aggressive. Can you use it in a sentence?
Sure. If someone was bothering me during lunch, I might say, "Please back off. I need some time alone."
Great example, Sarah. Back off can also mean to stop being involved in a situation. For example, if someone is meddling too much in a friend's decision, they might need to back off.
Got it. It's about knowing when to give space. Thanks, Mr. Davis.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing and it will soon feel natural to use it confidently.
Hey, Arya, do you know what appeal for means?
I have an idea, but can you explain it to me simply?
Sure. Appeal for is a phrasal verb. It means to ask for something urgently or sincerely, especially in public.
Can you give me an example?
Of course. Imagine there was a storm, and a charity is asking for donations to help the affected people. The charity might appeal for donations.
So it's like making a formal request for something needed?
Exactly, Arya. It often involves a plea or request for help or support.
Can appeal for be used in a legal context too?
Yes, in legal terms, it can mean asking a higher court to change a decision.
That's helpful. So appeal for can be both public and formal?
Right. It's about making a strong, earnest request, whether in public or formal situations. Hey, Arya, have you ever heard someone say they want to buy up all the candy in a store?
Buy up? No, what does that mean?
Great question. When someone says they want to buy up something, it means they want to purchase all or most of it that's available.
Oh, like if I buy up all the chocolate bars at the supermarket.
Exactly, Arya. You're taking all of them, leaving none for others if you buy up the chocolate.
Why would someone do that?
People might buy up items if they really like them, or if they think those items will be hard to find later.
So, if I hear there's a sale on my favorite shoes, I might want to buy up a few pairs?
Yes, it's a way to make sure you have what you need before it's all gone.
That makes sense. Buy up is about buying everything.
Today, I want to explain the phrasal verb add to. Do you know what it means?
Hi, George. I think it means to include something more, right?
Exactly. Add to means to contribute or include more to something that already exists. It can be used in different contexts.
Could you give me an example, please?
Sure. Imagine you're making a cake. You start with basic ingredients, but you can add to the cake by including fruits or nuts. This means you're enhancing the cake with more ingredients.
Oh, I see. So it means to make something better or more complete?
Yes, that's right. And it doesn't just apply to food. You can add to a conversation by giving your own ideas, or add to a collection by buying more items.
That makes sense. So when we add to something, we're building on what's already there.
Exactly, Arya. That's a perfect way to put it. Hey, Arya, do you know what happens if someone wants to take full control of a small shop they co-own?
They would have to make the other owners leave somehow, right?
Exactly. That's when the term buyout comes in. Do you know what it means?
Not really. Can you explain it to me with simple words?
Sure. Imagine you and I own a toy store together. If I decide I want the store all to myself, I need to buy out your share.
So you would pay me for my part of the store?
Yes, exactly. By paying you, I would now own the entire store. That's buyout in simple terms.
Oh, so it's like one person buying the other's piece?
Right. After a buyout, the person who pays gets complete control. It can happen in businesses or even between friends who share something.
I get it now. Thanks for explaining, George.
Hey Arya, I heard you want to know about the phrasal verb act as. Do you know what it means?
Not really, George. I hear it often, but I'm not sure how to use it. Can you explain it simply?
Sure thing. Act as means to do the job or role of something or someone else. For example, if someone is sick, another person might act as them to fill in their duties.
Oh, so it's like pretending or standing in for someone.
Exactly. Think of a substitute teacher. When your teacher is absent, the substitute acts as the teacher for the day.
That makes sense, so it's mostly about taking on a different role temporarily?
Yes, it doesn't have to be with people. A chair can act as a ladder if you need to reach something high.
Got it. You use act as when something or someone serves a function of another.
Right. It's a handy phrase when describing temporary roles or functions.
Hi, Sarah. Today let's talk about the phrasal verb butt in. Do you know what it means?
I'm not sure. Is it related to interrupting someone?
Exactly, Sarah. When you butt in, it means you interrupt a conversation without being asked.
Oh, like when someone talks over you?
Yes, that's right. Imagine two people are talking and you suddenly start talking without waiting for them to finish.
Got it. So butt in is like joining a conversation without permission?
Precisely. It's often seen as rude because it disrupts the flow of the conversation.
That makes sense. Is butt in different from just interrupting?
Not really. Butt in is just a casual way of saying it. It's more informal.
I see. Thanks for explaining it, Mr. Davis.
You're welcome, Sarah. Remember, it's always best to wait for a pause before jumping in.
Hi Arya, have you heard the term auction off before?
I think I have, George, but I'm not really sure what it means. Can you explain it?
Sure. Auction off means to sell something to the highest bidder. Imagine a person has an item they want to sell.
Like maybe a painting?
Exactly. So they show it to a group of people. Each person in the group can offer a price they're willing to pay.
Oh, like in those bidding wars?
Yes, the person who offers the most money wins and gets to buy the item.
Got it. So auction off is like holding a special sale where people compete to buy the item?
That's right, Arya. It's a way to sell things to whoever is willing to pay the most.
Thanks, George. That makes it much clearer.
Hi, Sarah. Today let's talk about the phrasal verb burnout. Have you heard of it before?
I think I've heard it, but I'm not sure what it means exactly. Can you explain it using simple words?
Certainly. When someone says they burn out, it means they've been working too much or doing something for too long, and now they're very tired and can't keep doing it.
Oh, so it's like when you're exhausted from studying all night for exams?
Exactly, Sarah. When you study too long without breaks, you might feel burnt out. It's more about feeling mentally or emotionally tired, not just physically.
Does it mean feeling like you don't want to keep doing something anymore?
Yes, that's part of it. People can burn out on things they usually enjoy, like hobbies or jobs, if they don't rest enough.
Got it. So, burnout is a warning sign to take a break and recharge?
Perfectly put, Sarah. Taking breaks can help prevent burnout.
Today, I wanted to explain the phrasal verb ask round. Do you know what it means?
Hey Arya, not really. Is it asking people questions in a group?
Good guess. Ask round means to ask a number of people, often friends, for information or help.
Oh, like when you need advice or need to borrow something.
Exactly. Imagine you're throwing a party and need extra chairs. You could ask round to see if your friends can lend you some.
That makes sense. So it's not just one person, but asking several people.
Right. It's about reaching out to a group to gather information or find a solution.
Got it. Can you use it in a sentence?
Sure. I wanted to find a good mechanic, so I asked round to see who people recommended.
Perfect. Now I understand ask round better. Thanks, Arya. Have you ever heard about the old barn that everyone talks about in town?
Yeah, I think I've heard some stories. What happened to it?
Well, some people say it was burned down. Do you know what that means?
I have an idea, but can you explain it in simpler words?
Sure. Burn down means a building catches fire and keeps burning until it falls apart completely.
Oh, so it's like when a fire gets really big and destroys a house?
Exactly. If a house or building burns down, it becomes just ashes or rubble because the fire was so strong.
That sounds serious. Does burn down only happen to buildings?
Mostly, yes. It's commonly used for buildings or things made of wood. It's when the fire can't be stopped in time.
I think I get it now. Thanks for explaining, George.
Hi, Sarah. Today we'll focus on a particular phrasal verb, ask over. Do you have any idea what it means?
I'm not exactly sure. Does it have to do with asking questions?
Not quite. Ask over means to invite someone to your home or where you are. For example, if you say, I asked my friend over for dinner, it means you invited them to your place to eat.
Oh, I get it. So it's like when I invite my cousin to watch movies at my house?
Exactly, just like that. Using ask over is a casual way to talk about inviting someone to come by.
Can you use it in a sentence for me?
Sure. I decided to ask Sarah over this weekend to help her with her science project.
That makes a lot of sense now. Is it mostly used for informal situations?
Yes, it's more commonly used in informal contexts, such as inviting friends or family over.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. Now I feel confident about using ask over.
You're welcome, Sarah. Glad to help.
Hey, Arya. Have you ever met someone you know in the most unexpected place?
Oh, yes, it's always a surprise. Why do you ask?
Well, there's a phrase for that in English. It's called bump into.
Bump into, like accidentally running into someone?
Exactly, but not literally running. It means you meet someone by chance, not planned.
Oh, I see. So if I see my friend at the market without planning, I bump into them?
That's right. It's kind of like a happy accident.
That makes sense. Is it used only for people or things too?
Mostly people, when you unexpectedly meet someone you know.
Cool. So yesterday I bumped into my teacher at the cafe.
Perfect use of the phrase Arya. It's great for casual conversations.
Thanks, George. It's a fun way to say you met someone unexpectedly.
Hi, Sarah. Today, we're going to talk about a common phrasal verb, ask out. Do you know what it means?
I think it has something to do with asking someone on a date.
Exactly right. Ask out means to invite someone to go somewhere, often in a romantic context. It's a way of expressing interest in spending time with someone.
So if I wanted to use it in a sentence, I could say, Tom asked Jane out for dinner?
Yes, that's perfect. It implies Tom is interested in getting to know Jane better, possibly with romantic intentions.
Is ask out used only for romantic situations?
Mostly, yes. It's specific to social or romantic invitations. If you want to invite a friend to hang out, you'd use a different expression.
Got it. Is there a way to use ask out in a less formal context?
The term itself is informal already, and typically used in conversations with friends or peers rather than in professional settings.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. That makes it much clearer.
Hey, Arya. Have you ever wondered why people say build up when talking about saving money or getting stronger?
Good question, George. I've heard it. But what does build up really mean?
Think of it like this. When you build up something, it's like adding small pieces together until it becomes bigger.
Oh, like stacking blocks to make a tall tower?
Exactly. With money, you save little by little until it grows into a bigger amount.
So if I save a little each week, I'm building up my savings?
Yes, and with strength, by exercising regularly, you're building up your muscles over time.
I get it. So build up is about gradual improvement or increase.
You nailed it. It's all about small steps leading to something bigger or better.
Thanks, George. Now I can use build up confidently.
Hey Arya, do you know what the phrasal verb ask in means?
Hi, George. I think I've heard it before, but I'm not entirely sure. Can you explain it to me?
Of course, ask in is used when you invite someone to come inside your home or a place.
Oh, so if I have a friend at my door and I want them to come in, I can say ask in?
Exactly. For example, if a friend comes over, you might say, I saw Lucy at the door, so I asked her in for tea.
Got it. It's a nice way to invite someone indoors, right?
Yes, it's a friendly and polite way to do that. Instead of just leaving them at the doorstep, you ask them in to join you inside.
That makes sense. Is it only used for homes?
Mostly for homes, but it can be used for other places too, like an office or private space, where you have the authority to invite someone in.
Thanks, George. It's much clearer now.
Have you ever thought about how Lego blocks can teach us something important about language?
Lego blocks and language? That sounds interesting, George. How so?
Well, think about when you make a house with Lego blocks. You start with a base, right? Then you add more on top of that base.
Yeah, I see. So how does this relate to language?
There's a phrasal verb, build on, that works like stacking Lego blocks.
Oh, what does build on mean?
It's when you take something already there, like an idea or a plan, and add more to it to make it better or bigger.
Oh, so it's like using the Lego base to add more blocks on top to create something new?
Exactly. Just like adding blocks, you're adding to ideas or plans.
That makes sense. Can you give an example with build on?
Sure. If you have a basic recipe for cookies and you add chocolate chips to make it better, you're building on the recipe.
Got it. Using what's there and making it better or adding new things.
Exactly, Arya. That's how we build on ideas with language too.
Hi, Sarah. Today we'll discuss the phrasal verb ask for. Do you know what it means?
I think so. Does it mean to request something?
Exactly. Ask for is used when you want to request something from someone. For example, if you need help with homework, you might ask for assistance.
Oh, so it's like when I ask for directions on a map, right?
Yes, that's a perfect example. You're requesting information to find your way.
Can it be used for anything, like asking for a favor or advice?
Absolutely. You can ask for a favor, advice, help, or even an item you wish to borrow.
So if I'm unsure and need clarity, I can ask for an explanation?
Precisely. Using ask for is a polite way to make requests in various situations.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. It's clearer now.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing to make it second nature.
Do you ever plan how to spend your money before you actually spend it?
Sometimes. Why do you ask?
Well, I wanted to talk about the phrasal verb budget for. Do you know what it means?
Not really. Can you explain it?
Sure. Budget for means planning how to use your money wisely. It's like deciding in advance what to spend your money on.
Oh, like when I set aside money for a school trip?
Exactly. You're preparing to have enough money for that trip. That's budgeting for the trip.
So is it only for big things like trips?
Not at all. You can budget for small things too, like saving for a new book or even for weekly groceries.
That makes sense. Planning money helps avoid surprises, right?
Yes. By budgeting for things, you make sure you don't run out of money when you need it.
Thanks, George. Now I understand budget for better.
Hi, Sarah. Today you wanted to learn about the phrasal verb ask around. Do you know what it means?
Not really, Mr. Davis. Is it about asking questions to many people?
Exactly, Sarah. Ask around means to talk to various people to gather information or opinions. Have you ever needed to find out something by talking to multiple people?
Yes, once I needed to know where I could find a good bookshop. I asked my friends, and they all suggested different places.
Perfect example. You were asking around to get recommendations. It's a useful approach when gathering information from different sources.
I see. So if I lose my keys, I could ask around to see if anyone has seen them?
Exactly. You would ask around among your family or coworkers to find out if anyone might have noticed them. It often helps when you're seeking specific information.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. Now I understand how to use ask around better in conversation.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing and it will become second nature.
Hey, Arya, have you ever tried learning a language again after not speaking it for a while?
Yes, I tried to speak French again after a year. It was tough at first.
That's interesting. Did you need to brush up on your French skills?
Brush up, what does that mean?
Brush up means to practice something again to become good at it, especially if you've forgotten a bit.
Oh, I see. So it's like getting better at something you used to know well?
Exactly. If you haven't practiced, you might need to brush up on your skills to remember more.
So if I haven't cooked in a while, should I brush up on cooking?
Yes, that's right. It's about refreshing your memory or skills, like practicing recipes again.
That makes sense. Brush up sounds helpful for many things.
It is. Anytime you want to get better at something you used to know, brush up is the perfect phrase. Do you know what the phrasal verb ask after means?
Not really, George. Can you explain it to me?
Sure. Ask after is used when you want to know how someone is doing or feeling. It's like checking in on them.
So if my friend is sick and I want to know how she's doing, I can say I asked after her?
Exactly. If you ask her family, how is she doing now, you're asking after her.
Got it. It's like showing concern and interest in someone's well-being.
Yes, that's right. It's a nice way to show you care about someone and what's going on in their life.
Can I use ask after in any situation?
Usually it's used in a more personal or informal context, talking about friends, family, or close acquaintances.
Thanks, George. That makes it really clear.
Hi, Sarah. Today you asked about the phrasal verb bring up. Do you have any idea what it means?
I think it's used when you start talking about a new subject.
Exactly. Bring up means to introduce a topic or mention something in conversation. For example, if you're in a meeting and you want to discuss next year's budget, you would bring up that topic.
So it's like introducing something into the conversation?
Yes, precisely. You can use it in a variety of situations, both formal and informal. Can you think of a situation where you might use bring up?
Maybe if I want to discuss a problem with a classmate, I could bring up the issue during our study session?
That's a perfect example. Remember, the context usually dictates how you use it, but it's great for directing the flow of a conversation.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. Learning about phrasal verbs is really interesting.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing and you'll master them in no time.
Hi, Arya. I heard you want to learn about the phrasal verb ask about.
Yes, George, I use it sometimes, but want to be sure what it means.
No worries. Ask about means to inquire or get information on something.
Oh, like when I ask you about your weekend plans.
Exactly. You want to know more details about what I'm doing.
Got it. So it's like getting more info on stuff?
Yes, for example, if you ask about a new restaurant, you want to know what it's like.
Like asking if the food is good or what the best dish is?
That's right. You're looking for more details.
Sounds easy. Can I ask about people too?
Absolutely. Like asking about a friend's health or their new job.
Thanks, George. Now I can use ask about correctly.
Today we're going to talk about the phrasal verb bring out. Do you know what it means?
Hey, George, can you explain it with simple words?
Of course, bring out means to make something more noticeable or easy to see.
Could you give me an example? That would help a lot.
Sure. Imagine you wear a red shirt and your friends say it brings out your eyes. It means the shirt makes your eye color more noticeable.
Oh, I get it now. So it's like when my mom says my smile brings out my happiness?
Exactly, Arya. It highlights or shows more of your happiness.
Does bring out work only with clothes or looks?
Not at all. It can be used for other things too, like someone's talent. Playing music can bring out your creativity.
This is interesting. Thanks, George, for making it so simple.
No problem, Arya. Just remember, bring out means to highlight something. Keep practicing.
Hi, Sarah. Today you want to learn about the phrasal verb argue out. Do you know what it means?
Not really, Mr. Davis. I've never heard of it before. Can you explain?
Of course. Argue out means to discuss something thoroughly and persistently in order to resolve a disagreement or reach a decision. It's when two or more parties talk about different viewpoints until they find a common ground.
So, it's like reaching an agreement after discussing both sides?
Exactly. When you argue out a matter, you and the other person involved share your opinions and reasons to understand each other's perspectives better. It's a collaborative process.
Can you give an example to help me understand?
Certainly. Imagine you and a friend are trying to decide which movie to watch. You might argue out your preferences, discussing the pros and cons of each film until you both agree on one to watch together.
I see. So, it's a way to solve disagreements by talking them through?
Precisely, Sarah. It's an effective approach to find solutions without conflict. It helps ensure everyone feels heard and valued during the decision-making process.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. I understand argue out much better now.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing these phrasal verbs and they'll become second nature to you.
Hey Arya, you ever wonder how a tiny rain cloud can bring on a big storm?
Yeah, that's interesting. But what do you mean by bring on?
Great question. Bring on is a phrasal verb. It means to make something happen, like when the rain cloud makes the storm start.
Oh, so bring on is like starting something?
Exactly. For example, if eating a lot of sugar gives you energy, you could say, sugar can bring on energy.
Got it. So it's like when I eat spicy food, it can bring on a sneeze sometimes.
Yes, precisely. The spicy food makes the sneeze happen. You're a quick learner, Arya.
Thanks, George. I think I understand. Any other examples?
Sure. If a cold breeze makes you shiver, you could say, the cold breeze brings on the shivers.
That's clear now. Thanks for explaining bring on in such simple terms, George.
Hi, Sarah. Today we're going to talk about the phrasal verb argue down. Have you heard of it before?
I think I have, but I'm not sure what it means. Does it have something to do with disagreeing?
You're on the right track. Argue down usually means to successfully persuade someone during a disagreement or debate. It involves presenting your points clearly and convincingly so the other person changes their stance or concedes a point.
So it's like convincing someone during an argument.
Exactly. For instance, if someone believes the price of a car is too high and you argue them down, it means you persuaded them to agree to a lower price.
That makes sense. Is it polite to argue someone down?
It can be, as long as it's done respectfully and constructively. It's more about engaging in a healthy debate rather than being confrontational.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. It's interesting how these phrasal verbs work.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep exploring language nuances like this.
I wanted to talk about a phrasal verb today. Do you know what bring off means?
Hi, George. I'm not sure. Can you explain it to me?
Of course. Bring off means to successfully do something difficult. Think of it like when you try something tricky and it works out well.
Oh, I see. Like when someone finishes a hard project at work and it goes well?
Exactly. If they finish it well, you can say they brought it off.
That makes sense. So it's about succeeding at a tough task?
Yes, that's right. It's like when you cook a complicated dish and it tastes great. You've brought it off.
I understand now. So it's a good thing when you bring something off?
Absolutely, Arya. It's always a compliment. It shows you've done a great job.
Thanks, George. Now I can use bring off in my conversations.
I heard you wanted to know about the phrasal verb answer for.
Yes, George, I'm a bit confused. Can you explain it simply?
Sure. When you answer for something, it means you take responsibility for it.
So like if I break a glass, I have to answer for breaking it.
Exactly. You might need to explain what happened or even replace it.
What if someone else breaks it? Do I still answer for it?
If it wasn't your responsibility, then no. But if you promise to watch over it and it breaks, then yes, you'd answer for it.
I see. So it's all about responsibility and explaining actions.
That's right, you answer for your actions, especially if something goes wrong.
Thanks, George. I think I get it now.
Hi, Arya. I heard you wanted to learn about the phrasal verb bring in. Do you know what it means?
Not really, George. Can you explain it simply?
Sure. Bring in means to take something or someone inside a place, like when you bring in groceries from the car to the kitchen.
Oh, I see. So it's like moving things from one place to another place inside?
Exactly. It can also mean to invite someone into a group or situation. For example, if your teacher brings in a guest speaker to talk to your class.
That makes sense. So it's about involving someone or something new?
Yes, that's right. Sometimes people use bring in to talk about earning money. Like a new job can bring in more money than the old one.
Thanks, George. I get it now. Bring in has a few meanings, but is always about moving or involving.
You've got it, Arya. Just remember those simple ideas, and you'll use it perfectly.
Hi, Sarah. Today, I want to talk to you about the phrasal verb answer back. Have you heard of it before?
Hi, Mr. Davis. I think I've heard it, but I'm not sure what it means. Is it just about replying to someone?
Good start, but there's a bit more to it. Answer back specifically refers to replying in a rude or disrespectful way, often to someone in authority.
Oh, like when someone talks back to a teacher or parent?
Exactly. It's not just any response, but a response that challenges or shows defiance.
I see. So if a student disagrees with a teacher rudely, they're answering back?
That's correct, Sarah. It shows a lack of respect for the teacher's authority.
Got it. Can it happen outside of a school setting?
Definitely. It can happen in any situation where someone is disrespectful in their response to an authority figure.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. That really clarifies it for me.
You're welcome, Sarah. Feel free to ask any time.
Hey, Arya, did you hear about our team meeting being rescheduled?
No, I didn't. When is it now?
It was originally on Thursday, but they've decided to bring it forward to Tuesday.
Bring it forward? What does that mean?
Good question. Bring forward means to change something to an earlier time or date.
Oh, so instead of waiting until Thursday, the meeting is now sooner. On Tuesday?
Exactly. It's like if you have a birthday party planned for Saturday, but decide to have it on Friday instead.
I see, that makes sense. So bring forward is like making something happen earlier?
Yes, you've got it. It's often used for meetings, events, or deadlines.
Thanks, George. I'll remember that. It sounds handy for planning. Hey, George, can you help me with understanding what angle for means? I've come across it but find it a bit confusing.
Of course, Arya. Angle for is a phrasal verb that means trying to get something indirectly or by hinting. Imagine you're fishing and trying to catch a fish. That's like angling.
Oh, so it's like when someone tries to get a compliment without asking directly.
Exactly. When someone gives clues or hints to get a compliment, they're angling for it. It's not about asking straight out, but trying to get it subtly.
Interesting. Can it be used in other contexts?
Definitely. Think of a student angling for better grades by offering to do extra work. They're trying to influence the teacher in a subtle way.
Got it. So angle for can be about anything you want but aren't asking directly for?
Yes, right on point. You're using hints and subtlety to reach your goal. Hey, Arya, have you ever felt like something brought your mood down?
Oh, definitely. What exactly do you mean by brought down?
Good question. Bring down is a phrasal verb. It's used when something or someone makes you feel sad or lowers your spirits.
Ah, got it. So like when bad news ruins your day?
Exactly. If you hear bad news and it makes you feel sad, you can say it brings you down.
Can it be used for things too, like if the weather is gloomy?
Yes, the weather can bring down your mood if it's rainy and gray all day.
Interesting. Can bring down also mean to make something fall?
Absolutely. If you knock over a shelf, you can say you brought it down.
Thanks, George. I think I understand now. It's about making something lower whether it's your mood or an object.
Hey Arya, do you know what the phrasal verb amp up means?
Hi, George. Yes, I can explain it to you. When you amp up something, it means you're making it stronger or more exciting.
So, like turning the volume up on music?
Exactly. Just like turning up the volume to make music louder, amp up can mean increasing energy or intensity in other situations, too.
Can you give me another example?
Sure. Imagine you're preparing for a big game. You might say, let's amp up our practice, which means to practice harder and with more enthusiasm.
Ah, I see. So it's about adding more excitement or effort.
Right. You can amp up a presentation by adding great visuals or amp up a party with fun activities and decorations.
Thanks, Arya. Now, amp up makes a lot more sense. Do you ever find an old photo and it makes you feel like you're back in that moment?
Oh, absolutely. It's like instant memories.
I was thinking about the phrase, bring back. Do you know what it means?
I have an idea, but can you explain it?
Sure. Bring back is when something makes you remember the past. Like when a song makes you think of a fun day.
So it's like when a smell reminds me of my grandma's cooking.
Exactly. The smell brings back those memories of her kitchen.
Got it. Can it also mean to return something?
Yes, that's the other meaning. Like if you borrow a book from me, you need to bring it back when you're done.
Ah, so it's about returning things and also recalling memories?
Right. It's one of those phrases with two uses. Useful, isn't it?
Very. Thanks for explaining, George.
Do you know what the phrasal verb amount to means?
Hi, George. Not really. Can you explain it to me in a simple way?
Sure. Amount to is used to show the total result of something. Think of it like adding things up to see what the final number is.
Oh, like when you add up money to see how much you have?
Exactly. For example, if you have 3 coins, a dime, a nickel, and a quarter, they amount to 40 cents.
Got it. So it's used to find the total of something?
Yes, but it can also mean what something will become in the future. Like, if you study hard, it could amount to success in school.
So it's not just about numbers, but also about results?
Right, and it's often about something growing or being the outcome of actions.
Thanks, George. That makes sense now.
Hey, Arya, did you ever try to explain something that someone just didn't get, and then suddenly they understood?
Yeah, George, that's always a good feeling. Why do you ask?
Well, I wanted to talk about the phrasal verb bring around. Have you heard it before?
Can you explain it in simple words?
Sure. When you bring someone around, it means you change their mind.
Oh, like persuading them?
Exactly. Imagine your friend doesn't like watching movies. You show them a great one, and they start liking it.
I see. So you bring them around to liking movies.
Right. It's about convincing them in a gentle way.
Makes sense. So it's more about changing opinions, not physically moving someone?
Yes, it's about ideas and beliefs. You help someone see your point of view.
Got it. Thanks, George. I'll try to use it in conversation.
Hi, Arya. I heard you wanted to know about the phrasal verb allow of. It's an interesting one.
Yes, George, I've never really understood it. What does it mean exactly?
Allow of means to make something possible or to permit something to happen. It's like leaving room for something to occur.
Oh, so if a rule allows of an exception, what does that mean?
Good example. It means the rule has space or is flexible enough to let exceptions happen.
Ah, I see. So it's like saying the rule isn't too strict?
Exactly. For instance, if a plan allows of adjustments, it means you can change or tweak some parts of it.
That makes sense. So it's about being flexible or having room for something.
Yes, exactly. It's like having an open door for options.
Thanks, George. Now, allow of seems much easier to understand.
Hey, Arya, have you ever been invited to a picnic and wondered what to take with you?
Oh, definitely. I always wonder what's best to pack. Why do you ask?
Well, it's a great way to explain the phrasal verb bring along. Do you know what that means?
I'm not sure. Can you explain?
Sure. Bring along means to take something or someone with you when you go somewhere, like taking snacks to a picnic.
Ah, I get it. So if I go hiking, I should bring along a water bottle?
Exactly. It's about having something or someone accompany you.
What about people? Can it mean taking a friend to a party?
Yes, if you invite a friend and say, you can bring along your sister too, you're saying she can come with him.
Thanks, George. Now I know that bring along means to take someone or something with me.
Hi, Sarah. I heard you wanted to learn about the phrasal verb allow for. Do you know what it means?
Not really, Mr. Davis. Can you explain it to me?
Of course. Allow for is used when you need to consider or plan for something. For example, when organizing an event, you might need to allow for unexpected delays.
So it's like making room for the unexpected?
Exactly. It's about being prepared. If you're cooking a new recipe, you might want to allow for extra time in case things take longer than expected.
Can it also be used in budgeting?
Yes, definitely. When planning a budget, it's smart to allow for extra expenses like repairs or emergencies that might come up.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. So, allow for helps us plan better, right?
That's right, Sarah. By allowing for various factors, you can manage situations more effectively. Keep practicing and you'll get the hang of it. Hi, Sarah. Today, let's learn about a phrasal verb that's quite useful. Bring about. Do you know what it means?
I'm not sure. Is it similar to carrying something over?
Not exactly. Bring about means to cause something to happen or to lead to a change. It's often used when discussing changes or results.
So, if someone makes a change, is that bringing about the change?
Yes, precisely. For example, you could say, the new policy brought about significant improvements in the company.
Oh, I get it. So it's like being the reason behind a result?
Exactly, Sarah. It's about being the cause of something. Can you try using it in a sentence?
Sure. The rain brought about a delay in the game.
Perfect. That's a great example. The rain caused the delay, so it brought it about.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. I'll remember how to use bring about now.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep practicing, and you'll master these phrasal verbs in no time.
Aria, have you ever come across the phrase aim for?
I think I have, but I'm not quite sure what it really means. Can you explain it to me?
Absolutely. To aim for something means to set a specific goal or target you want to achieve. It's like pointing an arrow at a target, focusing on something you want to reach.
So it's about having a goal in mind?
Exactly. For example, if you say, I aim for good grades this semester, it means you're working towards achieving that specific goal.
That makes sense. Can it be used for non-academic goals as well?
Definitely. You can aim for various things, like aiming for a healthier lifestyle, aiming for a promotion at work, or even aiming to learn a new skill.
Got it. So it applies to almost any goal.
Yes, it does. And by having a clear aim, you're more likely to stay focused and motivated to reach your target. Aria, have you ever looked outside when it's cloudy and then suddenly the sun comes out?
Yes, I love when that happens. Everything looks so much happier.
Exactly. That's a great way to think about the phrase, brighten up. It's like when the sun comes out and makes everything look better.
Oh, I see. So it just means things look or feel better?
Exactly. You can use brighten up not just for the weather, but also for when someone is sad and starts to feel better.
Like if a friend is sad and then we tell a joke, we might say they brightened up.
Yes, perfect. That's a great example. It's like turning a light on in a dark room, making it bright and happy.
Thanks, George. Now I understand how to use brighten up better.
Hi, Sarah. Today we're going to explore the phrasal verb aim at. Do you know what it means?
I think it means to focus on something or direct your attention, right?
That's a good start, Sarah. Aim at can mean directing one's efforts toward achieving a goal. For example, if you aim at improving your grades, you focus your efforts on that objective.
So it's mostly about setting goals?
Exactly. But it also refers to targeting a specific audience or group. For example, A campaign might aim at teenagers if they're the intended audience.
Oh, I see. So it's like when a company releases a product meant for a certain group?
Yes, precisely. By aiming at a target market, they tailor their strategies to meet that group's needs.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. That helps me understand AMAT much better.
You're welcome, Sarah. Keep aiming at learning new things every day. Hi, Sarah. Today we're going to learn about the phrasal verb break up. Do you know what it means?
I think it means ending a relationship, right?
Exactly. Break up is commonly used to describe the end of a romantic relationship. For example, Tom and Lisa decided to break up.
Oh, I see. Are there other situations where breakup is used?
Yes, it can also refer to stopping something into smaller pieces or causing something to separate. Imagine a class in a noisy room. The teacher might say, "Let's break up into small groups."
So it doesn't always mean ending a relationship?
That's right. Context is important. For example, in a meeting, break up could mean ending the discussion. The meeting will break up at noon.
Got it. So the meaning can vary based on the situation.
Exactly, Sarah. Understanding the context helps determine the meaning. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, Mr. Davis. I'll keep practicing.
Hi, Arya. Today I want to teach you about the phrasal verb agree with. Do you know what it means?
I think it means when you think the same as someone else.
Exactly. Agree with is used when you have the same opinion or feeling as another person. For example, if I say, pizza is delicious, and you also think pizza is delicious, you would say, I agree with you.
Oh, so it's like when we both like the same movie and I say, I agree with you, that movie was great.
That's right. It shows that you share the same feeling or thought.
Can you use it when talking about things like this weather agrees with me?
Yes, it can also mean something is good for you or makes you feel good. If sunny weather makes you happy, you can say, this sunny weather agrees with me.
Nice. So agreeing with someone or something means matching thoughts or feelings?
Hey, Arya, did you hear what happened at the school yesterday?
No, what happened?
There was a small fire in the kitchen, and the alarm went off. Everyone had to leave quickly.
Wow, that sounds scary. Is everyone okay?
Yes, thankfully everyone is fine. But the situation is a great example of the phrasal verb break out.
Break out, what does that mean?
When something breaks out, it starts suddenly, like the fire broke out unexpectedly in the kitchen.
Okay, so it means something starts quickly and unexpectedly.
Exactly. And it's often used for things like fires, fights, or even skin problems like pimples.
Oh, I see. So if a lot of people get sick suddenly, I could say an illness broke out?
Yes, that's right. That would be a good way to use breakout.
Thanks, George. It's clearer now?
Hey, Arya, do you know what add up to means?
Not exactly. Can you explain it simply?
Sure. When we say add up to, we mean when smaller amounts combine to make a total.
Oh, like when we count money?
Exactly. If you have $5, $10, and $15, these add up to 30. It's the total when you join all the parts together.
I see. So add up to is just another way of saying the total sum?
Yes, that's right. It's about making one larger number, like combining puzzle pieces to complete the picture.
What about in a different context, like a group project?
Good point. If each person in the project does their task, everything they do will add up to the final result.
So add up to can be used with numbers and activities. That's helpful.
Exactly. It's a useful way to describe how parts come together to make a whole. Hey, Arya, have you ever been in the middle of a conversation and just suddenly had to stop talking?
Oh, definitely. Sometimes you just have to pause what you're doing. Why do you ask?
Well, there's a phrasal verb for that. It's break off. It means to suddenly stop or end something.
Interesting. So, if I'm in the middle of a sentence and need to stop because I got a phone call, I'd be breaking off?
Exactly. You break off when you abruptly stop what you're doing, like a conversation, or even when you stop a piece of chocolate.
Aha. So if I was watching a movie but had to pause it to answer the door, I broke off watching the movie?
You've got it. It's all about that sudden interruption or stopping.
That makes sense. So break off can be about stopping any activity quickly?
Right, it's versatile. You can even say a friendship broke off if it ended suddenly.